The story of New York City is a tapestry woven from centuries of ambition, struggle, and transformation. Its written history begins in the early 16th century when the Italian explorer Giovanni da Verrazzano, sailing under the French flag, first set eyes on the land that would become one of the world's greatest cities. In 1524, Verrazzano entered the waters now known as New York Harbor, marveling at the natural beauty and strategic position of the region, though it would be nearly a century before European powers established a permanent presence. It was the Dutch who took the initial step toward settlement, arriving in 1608 and laying the groundwork for what would soon become New Amsterdam. Founded officially in 1624, this fledgling outpost was established by the Dutch West India Company as a center for trade and commerce, capitalizing on the area's natural harbor and access to inland waterways. The early years were marked by a blend of cooperation and conflict with the indigenous Lenape people, whose presence predated European arrival by thousands of years. The Dutch brought with them not only new technologies and goods, but also a spirit of commerce that would come to define the city's ethos. As the decades passed, New Amsterdam grew, attracting settlers from across Europe. Its population became a mosaic of languages, religions, and customs, setting a precedent for the city's enduring diversity. In 1664, the English seized control, renaming the city New York in honor of the Duke of York. Under English rule, the city continued to flourish as a commercial hub, its deep-water port drawing merchants and goods from across the Atlantic world. By the mid-18th century, New York City had become a focal point in the growing tensions between the American colonies and the British Crown. The Sons of Liberty, a group of passionate patriots, organized resistance against British authority, rallying citizens to oppose the Stamp Act and other measures seen as infringements on colonial rights. In 1765, delegates from across the 13 colonies gathered in New York for the Stamp Act Congress, forging bonds of unity and laying the groundwork for a broader movement toward independence. The city's strategic importance was underscored during the American Revolution. As a major seaport and gateway to the continent, New York became a prime target for British forces. In 1776, General George Washington and his Continental Army faced a series of daunting challenges as they sought to defend the city. After a string of defeats, Washington achieved his first significant victory at the Battle of Harlem Heights, a moment of hope in an otherwise grim campaign. Ultimately, the British occupied New York, transforming it into their primary base of operations in North America. The city became a refuge for loyalists, those who remained loyal to the Crown, who sought safety and opportunity under British protection. This occupation would last until the closing days of the war in 1783, when the last British troops departed, and the city was restored to American control. With independence secured, New York City entered a new era. From 1785 to 1789, it served as the national capital under the Articles of Confederation, a period marked by both optimism and uncertainty. It was here that the fledgling nation grappled with the challenges of self-governance and unity. In 1789, under the newly ratified United States Constitution, New York hosted the inauguration of George Washington as the first president of the United States, a moment of profound significance for the city and the country. The city also witnessed the drafting of the United States Bill of Rights and the convening of the first Supreme Court, cementing its role in the birth of the American Republic. The 19th century brought dramatic changes and unprecedented growth. The opening of the Erie Canal in 1825 was a transformative event, linking New York City to the vast interior of North America. Steamboats plied the waters between the city and upstate New York, while coastal traffic connected it to New England and beyond. As railroads arrived in the 1840s and 1850s, New York's position as the nation's preeminent port was secured. The city became a vital conduit for goods, people, and ideas, fueling its rise as an economic powerhouse. At the same time, waves of immigrants from Europe began to reshape the city's character. Fleeing famine, persecution, and poverty, millions arrived in search of opportunity and a better life. They found work in the city's burgeoning industries, factories, shipyards, and construction sites, helping to build the infrastructure of modern New York. Neighborhoods like the Lower East Side became vibrant enclaves of Irish, Italian, German, and Eastern European cultures, each contributing to the city's unique identity. The consolidation of the five boroughs in 1898, Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, the Bronx, and Staten Island, marked a turning point in the city's development. No longer just a collection of disparate communities, New York emerged as a unified metropolis, poised to enter the 20th century with renewed energy and ambition. The city weathered the storms of the Great Depression and two world wars, each crisis followed by periods of remarkable economic and cultural growth. Throughout its history, New York has remained a beacon for newcomers. Ellis Island, the gateway for millions of immigrants in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, stands as a testament to the city's enduring role as a port of entry and a place of new beginnings. The city's skyline, ever-changing and iconic, reflects its restless spirit and capacity for reinvention. From its earliest days as a trading post on the edge of an unknown continent to its current status as a global capital of finance, culture, and innovation, New York City's story is one of resilience and dynamism. Its streets have witnessed the birth of new ideas, the clash of cultures, and the forging of a uniquely American identity. Today, the city's influence extends far beyond its borders, shaping the course of history and inspiring people around the world. In every era, New York has been a city of dreams, a place where ambition meets opportunity and where the past and future converge in a vibrant, ever-evolving present. Its history is not just a chronicle of events, but a living legacy carried forward by each new generation that calls the city home.